Magyar szólások és közmondások angolul beszélőknek.
Hungarian sayings and proverbs for English speakers. Smoke, fire.
Ritka, kémény, korom nélkül.
Let's have a look. Kémény, we've actually met before when we looked at parts of a building. It means chimney. Korom is soot, the sort you get in a chimney. There's a very similar word, korom, which is a fingernail or a toenail. Not the same word. Those two dots are quite different.
Korom. Korom.
We have two other words. Ritka means rare or uncommon. And nélkül we'll be looking at in the extra for experts, but it means without, and it's a postposition. We don't seem to have a verb, but we do. The verb is von. It's invisible because in Hungarian, in this sort of sentence, you do not use von. So it says, rarely, chimney, soot, without. So putting it together to make it into English, rarely a chimney is without soot. That's the same as the English saying, there's no smoke without fire. As I said, we've already looked at parts of a building in unnatural walls, so we're going to have a look at something different for our vocab. We're going to have a look at hot stuff, words to do with things that are hot in one way or another. So a fire is tűz, and the smoke, füst. A fireplace is a tűzhely, literally fireplace. And on a tűzhely you can make kávé, coffee, although most people use a machine these days. Another thing that's hot that you eat is chilies. What about some more? If you are going to boil water in a jug, as we say in New Zealand, or a kettle in most other English-speaking countries, you do it in a vízforró, water boiling thing. And coming out of the jug is gőz, that is steam. And there are lots of words which start with the word gőz, steam. The sun is also something that's very hot. And volcanoes. Connecting between the sky and the earth, we have lightning, vilám. Now for some adjectives. Meleg is hot in the sense of warm. So it is hot but not very hot. So you could say the weather's hot. Meleg not, a warm day. If you are hot, however, just a reminder, we've done it before, you then say melegem von. That is, I have heat. To say meleg vagyok has a completely different meaning. It basically means you're saying I'm a homosexual. So melegem von, if you want to say that you're feeling warm. If it's a bit hotter than that, forró. So we saw that before in the word for jug. Forró means boiling. However, hot isn't just actual physical heat. What about that chili? The chili can be called csípos, which means biting. Or it could be erős, which means strong. When you buy paprika, whether dry or fresh, the hot ones are usually called csípos, or possibly erős. And what about hot as in passionate? Szenvedélyes. For the extra for experts this time, we're going to look at postpositions. Now, in English we have prepositions. Those are little words that go before something to change its meaning, like on the table, at the town. In Hungarian, almost every word that performs such a function goes after the noun or pronoun. Let's have a look at a few. We've looked at nélkül, which means without. So if you say coffee without sugar, kávé cukor nélkül. Miatt, because of. A fusht miot, because of the smoke. Or serent, which means according to. We also have postpositions which can be connected to a sense of time. For example, alert means before. Het vägar alert, before the weekend. Or utan, meaning after. Az ebed utan, after lunch. There's a lot of postpositions which are actually spatial. Above, below, next to, behind, between, whatever. Förlöt is an interesting one because there's actually two versions. You can actually use it with the or an e. Both are acceptable. Let's have a look at mögöt. So, a mojko ofar mögöt von. The cat, the tree, behind is. And these type of sentences which involve space or spatial positioning, you must use the von. So this is, the cat is behind the tree. If the tree was behind the cat, it would be ofar a mojko mögöt von. So the order is important. Förlöt, above. A moderok, a tenger, förlöt vonnok. The birds, the sea, above they are. The birds are above the sea. János, sziklo és medve között van. János is between a rock and a bear. So again, the között goes after the things that it's modifying. Where is János? Between the rock and the bear.
Ritka, kémény, korom nélkül.
Seldom is there a chimney without soot. There's no smoke without fire. I'm almost at the end of series 3. Soon I'll start working on series 4. But in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe. And add a comment if you wish. Until next time, bis laat.